Hello everyone, Happy New Year! The kitties are happy, it's Happy New Year, he's playing with his ball. Hello everybody, welcome to 2017. So I had a pretty crazy experience today that I'm really excited to share with you. I should give a little warning that it's about to get really woo-woo, but that's okay because if you saw my post from yesterday, I've been doing a lot of work the past couple years, really, but especially over the last few months, I feel like I've really kind of opened a space for connection with the divine and with spirit and kind of figuring out my calling and what the world needs from me and such. So I've been doing a lot of that work and decided that with the new year coming and all of the things that happened in 2016 and all of the kind of negative that was there and really looking to 2017 to make this a big year, I decided to spend my New Year's Eve in meditation. So around 11:30 or so, I went upstairs into our Zen room where we have a little meditation altar and just kind of a place to be quiet and pray or meditate or whatnot. And so I had created my vision board with my good friends that were over earlier in the week and put that up on the wall above the meditation altar. And had found some guided meditations earlier in the evening that I thought would be good for focusing on intention and bringing positive into the new year, etc., etc. And so I got all settled in with my earbuds and my music and my candles and the whole thing and was focused on my vision board, and I listened to this guided meditation. And the guided meditation was about setting intention for the new year. It's actually from a couple of years ago, but it was, served the purpose. And it talked about, kind of took you through this guided meditation called the Golden Path. And so, you went into meditation and he took you on this journey down this golden path, and you kind of sat down with your creative self. And there's a particular part in the meditation towards like the second half of the meditation where the person who's giving the guidance tells you, that we're working on, I wrote this language down because I wanted to get it exactly right. Basically like working with our creative selves to manifest things in our lives. Now, some of my friends who are more woo-woo or humana, if you will, have heard me talk about the law of attraction, understand the law of attraction, the law of creation, the law of allowing. And if you're not familiar with that, and if that kind of doesn't necessarily resonate with you, that's okay. Because quite honestly, about 3.5 years ago, this would have been like my skeptical brain trigger would have been off like, oh, okay, this is weird. But I've done a lot of reading and a lot of practicing, and what I do know about the law of attraction is that I've yet to see any kind of evidence to the contrary. So, he talks about how we're working with our creative selves to manifest what we want in our lives. And the idea with the law of attraction is that what you think about, you bring about. And essentially, we are all the creators of our own life experience. Okay, so this activity that he leads in the second half of the meditation is very simple. He says, allow an object into your consciousness. Allow an object to arise that you can bring into your everyday world and show itself to you in the next few days as the proof you seek that your creative self is at work within your experience of your life. Okay, so if you're like me, sometimes when you meditate, you have a really hard time slowing down and making all the thoughts go away, right? So when this voice said, picture an object, any object, basically so that it can appear for you in the next couple of days and you can see that as evidence that the universe is working with you and that your creative self is co-creating your experience, I started to freak out. I'm like, oh, what's it going to be? It's got to be something really specific. It's got to be something really random. At first, of course, the first thing I thought of was I want to manifest some money, and I thought, no, that's too easy to be like coincidental. Like, no. And so I'm like freaking out in my meditation. I finally was like, okay, what's the thing? And the first thing that came to my mind was a hot pink rubber ball. I have no idea where that came from. A hot pink rubber ball. Those were the exact words. And they talk, in the meditation, they tell you to, literally envision it. The size, the shape, the color, the whole thing. So I thought, hot pink rubber ball. That's what came to my mind. A hot pink rubber ball. Now, I know that we have a hot pink rubber ball that's about that big in our house because my kitties love to play with it. So I made a point to envision this hot pink rubber ball that was, like that I could grab with my hands, right? And then, the meditation is kind of like, you're envisioning it, you're expecting it into your experience, and then let it go and trust that it will show up for you, right? So I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is kind of a cool way to test the whole law of attraction thing, right? So, the guided meditation ends. That's kind of, there's a little bit more after that, but the guided meditation ends. Hi, everybody. It's good to see people. Hi, Jenny, Tony, Nikki. I know you've missed the beginning of the story, but hopefully you can rewatch the beginning. So, so the meditation, I'm talking about my guided meditation that I did on New Year's Eve to bring into 2017, okay? So there's a little bit more to the guided meditation. It walks you out, whatever. I end my meditation. It was great. I felt good about bringing in 2017 with the guided meditation. Fantastic. Set my intention that I'm going to meditate every day, and I have so far. So last night, I sat down around the same time and did the same guided meditation. I really felt like it was really powerful, and I liked the experience. Now, to be quite honest with you, I also, like maybe many of you, when I meditate, have a tendency to fall asleep. So last night, I didn't even really hear that part of the meditation because I fell asleep. However, as most of us know, with meditation or any kind of things, when you're sleeping, it still kind of sinks into your consciousness, right? Like you still hear it, you still, whatever. So I didn't even really remember that part of it last night. But I did remember, earlier today I remembered, oh yeah, hot pink rubber ball. That'll be interesting. Like, where will that come from, right? So tonight, I go out to Target to get some things, and I'm looking for, at the time, some hair product that I had actually not even purchased the first time. Ethan picked it up for me, so I wasn't really sure where he found it in the store, but I'm looking all through where, the hair product is, and I kind of wander down this aisle, and I'm looking for it. I'm like, oh, that's it, and I'm kind of looking at what I want, and out of the corner of my eye, I kid you not, I'm going to show you. I took a picture of it because it caught me so off guard. I wish I could have seen my face. I don't know if y'all can see this, but out of the corner of my eye, I see a hot pink rubber ball that is the size, exactly the size that I envisioned. Right? Literally. I wish I could have seen my face because I was looking at the product, and all of a sudden I looked, and I remember going and thinking, oh my God, that's a hot pink rubber ball. That is a hot pink rubber ball. I had to bring that hot pink rubber ball home with me. Now, had it been in the toy section or, the sporting goods section or, even like the random clearance section, like with random stuff, maybe I wouldn't have thought like, as big of a deal. Like it would not, but literally it was on the shelf next to the freaking hair product that I was shopping for. I don't know what happened there. You can see it. Oh, it dimmed out. Yeah. So, yeah. I literally, I think my first reaction was shock because I thought, oh my God, that's exactly the kind of ball that I had envisioned. Like the exact size, the exact color. I think in my mind I envisioned it a little more solid, mostly because the ball we have here, that's the kitty's ball, is a solid pink, but hot pink rubber ball. So I was like, holy crap, that was from one meditation, well, two meditations really, but one that I really consciously heard the thing, right? And then the other kind of sunk into my consciousness. I know, Nikki, right? And then I was watching a card reading tonight and Jill mentioned victory. So I honestly believe that there's a lot of power in manifesting our life experience. And so some of you may be wondering, like, well, this is kind of weird. Like, why are you going live from your business page about this? Like, it doesn't really have to do with gender and sexuality. But I chose to do this because I really have been doing a lot of work the past couple of years of like examining how I do the work around gender and sexuality. And I may have talked about this before, but you know, after so many years of doing that work, sometimes it can be really exhausting, and it becomes like, it kind of feels like a fight, like with lots of different social justice work, right? It doesn't matter what kind of equality we're looking for. It sometimes feels daunting and exhausting, and we come from a place of resistance, and it's very frustrating. And so when I learned about the law of allowing specifically, it totally made me go, there is something to that. And the law of allowing is basically this idea that my allowing you to be who you are in no way prevents me from being who I am. And the reason that that works is because of the law of attraction, which I won't get into right now because it's late and I feel like there's going to be more stuff to come. But I just have really been thinking about how to get my mind around using the law of attraction, the law of creation, and the law of allowing to help the situation in the world, like to bring peace and love to the world. Like it's way larger than gender and sexuality. I know that now. And it's way larger than, again, I think any of our differences. Like, you know, we've been so busy fighting first of all, and that's a problem because what we resist persists. So we've got to find a more creative way to come at it, and from a positive, like how can we love the world into a better place? And that sounds very woo-woo to a lot of folks, and even folks that do the work that I do, probably especially some of the folks that do the work that I do, because for so long we've been doing it from this place of politics and government, and I just feel like I've learned so much for the last couple of years, and I've heard so many people talk about, you know, the vibration of the planet raising and a shifting from this place of government and politics and all of that to a place of the heart space. And again, I get that there are going to be people who are like, what in the world are you talking about? You have lost your damn mind. And that's totally okay. And if you feel like that, please go back and read my post that I posted yesterday, because I am realizing that there is power in each of us being who we are, sharing our authentic selves, even when we think we're going to get scrutinized, even when we think people might think we're crazy. This is where my hashtag call me crazy came from, because I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people calling me crazy because I'm excited about figuring out a better way to do this. And I believe that when people call you crazy, it's okay. It just means they can't see the light I'm shining, but it doesn't mean that nobody can see the light I'm shining. Like, I had this realization when I was kind of writing affirmations a couple of months ago that, you know, I'm supposed to shine my light so that people can see it. And not everybody's going to be able to see my light. For some people, my light's not going to be bright enough, or it's going to be too bright, or it's going to be the wrong color, or whatever. But for the people who can see the light that I'm shining, they're going to be grateful and they're going to be inspired, and it's going to inspire them to shine their light in the way that I have been inspired by others who have shined their lights. So again, probably sounds all kind of crazy and woo to some folks, and that's okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. And hopefully you will love me too. And we'll figure it out together. But I just really wanted to share this manifesting story because it was crazy. Like, it's the probably most like specific practical example I have of like putting something in your mind, expecting it to show up, and bam, there it is. So if I can do that with a hot pink rubber ball, I gotta work on manifesting some other good stuff in the world. So thank you for joining me. Happy New Year. I hope y'all will be along for the ride, and I'm excited to share with you. Bye. I can't figure out how to stop it. There it is. Oh, I'm just seeing my comments. Sorry, Nikki. Let's see if we have been doing. Try some different ways. Totally okay with people living their own truths. Yep. Great explanation about people not getting to see it. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.